Chicago was never quiet. It was only waiting. Waiting for the next move, the next body to fall, and the next king to rise. Because when power is involved, peace never lasts, and this time the storm is bigger than ever. The city breathes. Slowly at night, empty streets, cold lights. Sirens echo in the distance like a warning no one listens to anymore. Chicago looks calm on the surface, but underneath the ground is shaking. This is a city built on blood, money, and unfinished business. Every corner has a story, and every story ends the same way. Someone loses, and someone else takes their place. Tommy Flynn thought he could control the chaos. He came to Chicago to build his own empire, his own rules, his own future. And for a moment, it worked. Enemies were removed. Deals were made, lines were drawn, but power is never stable. The moment you think you've won, the game changes. And, the city always demands more. In the shadows, old wounds are still open. Betrayals haven't been forgiven. The dead haven't been forgotten. Every decision Tommy made created another enemy, another problem waiting to explode. Chicago doesn't care who you are or where you came from. It only cares about what you're willing to do to survive. The streets are watching. The players are moving. And something feels different this time. Like the calm isn't peace, it's a pause. A deep breath before everything falls apart again. Because the past never stays buried for long, and when it comes back louder, smarter, and more dangerous than ever. The war never really stopped. It only changed its face. Every time one enemy fell, another one stepped forward. Every deal made in secret came with a price that had to be paid in public. Chicago became a battlefield where trust meant nothing and loyalty was always for sale. The streets learned one rule fast. Survival comes before everything. Tommy fought his way to the top with force, fear, and fire. He took territory, broke crews, and sent a message that he wasn't here to play games. If someone crossed him, they disappeared. If someone challenged him, they didn't get a second chance. That kind of power brought respect, but it also brought attention. And attention is dangerous. Law enforcement started closing in. Rivals started whispering. Former allies began to question if Tommy was too reckless to follow. The higher he climbed, the more exposed he became. Every move he made left a trail, and every trail led back to him. In this world, being strong isn't enough. You have to be smart too. Blood was spilled on both sides. Friends turned into enemies. Enemies turned into ghosts. And still, the city wasn't satisfied. Chicago never is. It feeds on conflict, and it rewards those who are willing to do whatever it takes. But power gained through force always attracts someone who believes they can do it better. That's when the balance began to shift. Quiet moves started happening behind the scenes. Phone calls with no names, meetings with no faces, plans built on patience instead of anger. The war wasn't ending, it was evolving, and the next phase wouldn't be about who hits hardest, but who thinks ahead. Because in a city like this, the most dangerous enemy isn't the one you see coming. It's the one already inside the game, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Just when the streets thought they understood the rules, a new problem appeared. Not louder, not stronger, just smarter. The kind of threat you don't notice until it's already too late. Moves started happening that didn't make sense. Crews acting without fear. Information leaking at the wrong time. Deals falling apart for no clear reason. Someone was pulling strings from the dark. This wasn't brute force. This was planning. Every step felt calculated, like someone was reading the board before making a move. The streets started whispering. Again, asking the same question, who's behind this? Because whoever it was, they weren't reacting. They were controlling. This new presence didn't need to show their face, no loud threats. No public violence, just pressure. Quiet pressure. That pushed people into mistakes. People started turning on each other, trust broke down, paranoia spread fast. And in this world, fear is just another weapon. Tommy could feel it. Something was off. The usual tactics weren't working. Problems kept coming from angles he didn't expect. This wasn't Chicago's normal chaos. This was someone with experience, someone who had survived worse and learned from it. Someone who understood that power isn't always taken. Sometimes it's handed to you by people who don't even realize it. And then the name started floating around, soft at first. Almost like a rumor nobody wanted to believe. A ghost from another city, another war, another life. A name tied to betrayal, loss, and survival. Tariq. New York didn't break him. It trained him. Every mistake made him sharper. Every loss made him colder. And now, the game had brought him here, not by accident, not for help, but because unfinished business always finds its way back. Chicago wasn't ready for him. And the worst part? He was already inside the game. This isn't the Tariq they remember. This isn't the kid following someone else's plan. This is a man who learned the hard way that trust gets you killed and hesitation gets you buried. Tariq didn't survive by being the strongest. He survived by being smarter than everyone around him. And that's what makes him dangerous. He doesn't rush, he watches, he listens. He lets others think they're in control while he quietly sets traps they don't see coming. Where Tommy rules with force, Tariq rules with patience. Two different styles, two dangerous minds. And one city that can't survive both without burning. Every move Tariq has a purpose. Every alliance is temporary. Every promise has an end date. He knows the game now. He knows how power works, how people break, and how fear spreads when the truth comes out. And when it does, it's already too late to stop it. The question isn't whether Tariq will change Chicago. The question is who survives after he does, because when Tariq comes back, the rules change. Old enemies resurface. New betrayals begin. And no one is safe, not friends, not rivals, not even kings. Power doesn't care about history. It only cares about results. Two paths are forming. One city, one throne, and only one way this ends. Power always demands a sacrifice. And this season, everyone pays.